up, guys? Today's video is going to be on Bitcoin. Just kind of what I'm expecting to play out, or what we can expect over the next couple years. This could obviously happen a lot sooner, but yeah, I'm just going to talk about it today because now not only have we lost the log chart, but we've also lost the 200-week moving average, and this is the first time in Bitcoin history we've done that. Ideally, that 200-week moving average has been the best buy point, but now I think we've not only lost the log, but this this 200-week moving average has always held as support. I mean, we've kind of wicked under it before and quickly recovered. I just think the circumstances are very, very different this time around. We found support here. This was like a bottoming. This was a great buying signal. Now this is your sell signal. Like, get out of Bitcoin. Sure, we might recover. I think if you want to hodl, obviously, before I continue, it's not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence, research, research, research. Everything I say is strictly my opinion. My opinion is pretty strong, but it is just that, my opinion. I'm wrong a lot. I was bullish on Bitcoin for a long time, and I was wrong about it. But I just want to prepare you guys, especially you Bitcoin hodlers, for a scenario that I've kind of really played out. Um, because first we lost this log channel and I was very bearish there, and I knew we were going to kind of hit this 200-week moving average, not this suddenly, but I thought it was inevitable, and I thought we'd get a bounce, but now we're just kind of falling straight through, and I think that has more to do with the global implications. um, I mentioned it in one of my other videos, like what we're headed for is probably a deflationary global liquidity crisis where the dollar strengthens and assets that are supposedly safe havens, whether it's Bitcoin or gold or silver, everything kind of sells off. Um, I'm going to make a video more in depth about what we're seeing. I also did a podcast with on crypto is so depressing, so that should be coming out in a few weeks. Go check that out. But now we're seeing signs that we just lost this moving average for the first time in history. Um, Bitcoin history. First time it lost this moving average. And I think now this is your confirmation. This is a multiple year bear market. And when trends change, like losing a 7-year log scale and then you lose a 200-week moving average, now the only way you can be even semi bullish is if you recover from this channel immediately, okay? And I think that's going to have a lot to do with what happens with the stock market. So maybe we hit a low right here at this line, um, which has held as support. And apologize. And maybe we get a bounce up and then we start seeing a rally into the halvening, or this might be the first year we just start seeing some crazy sell-offs even into June. We'll see a little relief into June, like we might hit 32, I think 3200. We're going to kind of bounce around here for a bit, and then eventually we're going to break down. But if we break down lower, then we break down lower. So losing this 200 week is actually very bearish. Losing the channel was very bearish, and now I think what we're gonna see is something like this, a descending triangle right here, or maybe we even see a wedge. So this wedge, and then maybe it's this line, this point, and then this point. And we kind of move down. Not really too sure yet. I'm just kind of trying to predict these patterns beforehand. Like, I could easily see this descending triangle playing a huge role. Um, and I could see this pattern kind of forming. And I think Bitcoin's going to kind of take this path where it's going to kind of consolidate, then boom, break down. We're going to go into, I've been saying it since 7,500, since we lost this log, that $1,000 Bitcoin's inevitable, and I think we could go lower because what I'm expecting in stocks is a 50 to 80% correction, much like the Great Depression. Real estate, I'm expecting it to fall, 30 to 60%, right? 40 to, 70%. I'm expecting everything to fall. So if you think that Bitcoin's going to serve as a safe haven, then yeah, good luck with that. But I think after we bottom out, then we're going to really start rising again. And I think we're going to have a great buying opportunity, really anywhere below 2000. If you're patient for a couple years, I think, yeah, anywhere below 2000, we're going to have some great opportunities. Ideally, I think if I'm gonna play Bitcoin now, my buy is gonna be around 3,200 at those previous lows. I think we might get a bounce right there, and then we're gonna go back up. So whenever we hit 3,200, I'm gonna look for some buys, take a short-term long, and then I'm gonna, just play it by ear. Um, See if we could get to this top wedge or not, the top of this descending triangle, sorry. But I think we will break down eventually, kind of like the small descending triangle we saw here, and we had a sharp breakdown. I think we're going to do the exact same thing, and this will be a miss during, this horrible depression I see coming. But yeah, guys, that's really it, for today. I think it's pretty fucking bearish what we're seeing. Yeah, I hate to say it, but Bitcoin just really looks dead. And I think that has more to do with the global markets than anything. I think had it not been for, the coronavirus outbreak and the stock market selling off like it was, I think we were most likely on course for 50,000 to 100,000 to 300,000. I think there was going to be a lot of speculation into the market while there was a lot of liquidity. But now we're starting to see liquidity crisis where, they're printing money because they have a shortage. So I think that, that changes circumstances. That's kind of what changed my viewpoint, and especially losing that log scale. Um, I got pretty lucky because the night before I was gonna upload this video, and this is just pure luck. Um, the night before this massive sell-off, originally, because it must have been on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday, but I couldn't sleep, and my plan was to wait until the weekly close to sell my whole position. And something was just bugging me, and I was like, you know what? Like, you're already so bearish. Just sell everything and cash out and keep a small portion to short. So, I was like, I'm gonna make a video and I'm just gonna get the information out now rather than waiting till the weekly close to talk about the bias. So it's kind of crazy how things turned out because I woke up and I was in disbelief. We were at like $5,000 Bitcoin, and we started going down to like 48, 45, 41, and I was just astonished. Um, but for the most part, yeah, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I just think that the circumstances surrounding the world right now are not good, and it's not good for Bitcoin. So, do with that what you will. If we see a deflationary crisis, that means all assets sell off. So, if you think Bitcoin's going to go up in a deflationary crisis, then you really need to reevaluate how you look at economics, basic macroeconomics. Bitcoin's made for an inflationary environment, an environment with a broken monetary system, and I don't think we're quite there yet. Like, this stuff doesn't happen overnight, it takes many years to play out. So, I think we're going to see one last sell off in Bitcoin before we form a new bull trend. So, like I said, it's not that I don't believe in Bitcoin, but I'm trying to be as realistic as possible, and it just doesn't look good. So I'm gonna look for buying opportunities again around 700 to 1100, and yeah, that's really it, guys. So, anyways, do it that way you will. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. like, subscribe, comment. I don't care if you leave a comment saying you're an idiot and you're completely wrong and we're moonshotting or we're not gonna have a Great Depression. I really hope I'm wrong about that. But but yeah, just interact. I think it would be cool to have some interactions on this page, and I'm gonna be doing a lot of macro content because I feel like it's important to really start getting out now. Um, but all right, that's it for today. So you guys have a good one.